Well, in the final days before the 2018 election, Indiana Senate candidates are trying to win your vote. Polls show incumbent Democrat Joe Donnelly and Republican Mike Braun are neck and neck in the polls, and they both knew that heading into the final debate before Election Day. News 18's Trevor Peters reports from Newfields in Indianapolis.
Indiana Senate candidates took every chance they could Tuesday night to deter Hoosier voters from their opponent. Within the first couple of minutes, incumbent Democratic Senator Joe Donnelly and Republican Mike Braun took jabs at one another. We've heard many of the topics we've seen on TV ads Tuesday night. Senator Donnelly making sure to point out Mike Braun supports a lawsuit that takes away pre-existing conditions.
If you have asthma or your child has asthma and they're in Cass County and they're heading to Logansport schools, Mike Braun supports the legislation that would have taken the health care pre-existing conditions away.
Challenger Mike Braun declined his post-debate interview with the media, but during the debate he pointed out once again he believes Chuck Schumer is running Donnelly's campaign and the senator supports what he calls the Unaffordable Care Act. But that didn't stop some voters from supporting their candidates.
We need to see them speak for themselves other than these horrible ads that keep running.
Braun's wife Maureen has been by his side as they travel the state and says he's the man Washington needs.
I'm in full support of my husband, Mike. He would just be the best person for this job because he is a hardworking, intelligent man, and he has a lot of experience with his business background.
The candidates danced around many of the questions, but one thing they held true on was their final statement. The number one priority if elected. Joe Donnelly said to end the opioid crisis. Braun said to lower the cost of health care, and Lucy Brenton said to reduce the size of the federal government. Now you can weigh in on who you believe won tonight's debate on the WLFI Twitter page. President Trump has announced he will visit the Hoosier State 2 times in the next week, once in Indianapolis Friday and then once in Fort Wayne on Monday. When Joe Donnelly was asked if he'd have any big names visiting him this upcoming week, he said, "Stay tuned." Reporting in Indianapolis, Trevor Peters, News 18.
Trevor, thank you. Election Day is November 6th, and the polls are open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.